John Fetterman is now the first Senate Democrat to join Trump's social media site Truth Social. His first post was just as controversial as his decision to join the platform, calling for Trump to be pardoned just as Hunter Biden was, and criticized what he described as the weaponization of the judiciary, rhetoric in line with that of Trump's. The recent Fetterman news has led to headlines like this: John Fetterman under fire as critics accuse him of sucking up to MAGA. It isn't the first time this year Fetterman has been accused of such things in media headlines. John Fetterman's shameful betrayal of the left, Fetterman's break from the left, excites Republicans. Fetterman's pattern of breaking with many of his fellow Democrats gained traction when he became a vocal supporter for Israel since the Israel-Hamas war began. Fetterman going as far as wrapping himself in an Israeli flag, condemning pro-Palestinian protesters for praising Hamas terrorists, and hanging photos of Israeli hostages outside of his office door at the Capitol. His support for Israel has led to his support for Republican Elise Stefanik, who Trump has nominated for the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. Fetterman posted on X this week, "Always was a hard yes for Elise Stefanik, but it was a pleasure to have a conversation." He also called for the defunding of UNRWA, the United Nations Relief and Works Agency, for its documented Hamas infiltration, a position largely espoused by Republicans. Not only is Fetterman on board with voting for Trump's UN ambassador pick, but he is also meeting with Pete Hegseth, another Trump pick for Secretary of Defense, who has been embattled with controversy and largely condemned by the left. He's the first Senate Democrat to meet with Hegseth and isn't ruling out backing his nomination too. Fetterman saying he's not sure why the meeting is being seen as controversial. Telling CNN ahead of their sit-down, "I suspect there's some things we might agree on in terms of military, whether it's China or Israel, and maybe disagree some, perhaps on Ukraine. But I think it's an opportunity to have a conversation. I'm not sure why it would be controversial to anybody if he's the individual who could potentially be the next Secretary of Defense." Earlier this year, Fetterman also took a position on immigration, saying people needed to stop pretending there wasn't a crisis at the border, and urged his fellow Democrats that they can be pro-immigration while simultaneously calling for strong, secure borders, an issue Republicans won elections on this year. While Fetterman joining Trump's Truth Social has sent a sort of shockwave through the media, Fetterman said it's part of a bigger outreach effort, also joining Blue Sky, which since the election has gained traction largely among those on the left who were seeking an alternative to X. Fetterman posted, "Meeting folks where they are." Thanks for watching our news update. For more stories that matter to you, download the Straight Arrow News mobile app or visit us online at san.com.